you doing? Ralfy Customs. I'm back after a break. Our Lizzie's had an operation on her foot and she's been recovering and I've been looking after her. It's been a few weeks now and she's on the up. So I figure that I'm going to do a good old-fashioned vlog today and do a little bit of catching up. Here's my Triumph, look. We're recommissioning it after the winter break. I've got it out of storage. We've checked the liquids. I've still got to check the antifreeze actually. Something that I often overlook. You don't seem to use any ever. But we'll have that cap off and check it. What's left to do is tyre pressures and fuel in it. And then crank the old girl back into life. So fingers crossed that will be extremely uneventful. We're going to finish off our Gordy's Springer Dyna chopper. Oh, Dyna Springer chopper. Now, some dickhead has mounted the front brake on the wrong side. That'll be me. No big deal. It is simply a case of undoing everything. And this tab that I've put on needs putting on the other side, which is cool because I need to clean the existing tabs off anyway. So, and weld the inside of the tab. So we will do a strip down to finish it. I can't think what I was thinking. One of those things, full transparency. And we also need to make an headlamp bracket to take his headlamp. The problem I've got is these springs overhang the bottom of the yoke, so we're going to have to make some little standoffs, and I don't want them too thin because there's not a lot of room top and bottom, so we'll make them out of something chunky and machine some flats on it so it don't look ridiculous. And then we'll have some kind of plate with some kind of something, because we're definitely not going to use that standard thing. It'll last about 10 minutes. Right, first things first, we're going to strip this out. Now, I always really fucking struggle with these springers. You can't get this bolt out on the other side because the disc hits, so it fouls. That's a bit of a, makes it a little bit awkward. And they all go a bit floppy and a bit anyhow once you get them undone. So I will struggle to endeavour to get this all unbolted both sides, because you can't slide. I don't think you can slide the way. No, you can't. Can't slide it all apart once you get one plate off it. You have to take both fucking plates off. Plus I've got to spin the wheel round, so it's going to be nice and fucking awkward for me. At the same time, I'll clean off those brackets that I don't want, the 3 that I don't want. There would have been 2, but some wanker fitted one the wrong way round, didn't it? So, that's that lot. It looks dead simple, don't it? If only it was. If only it was. Talk about the struggle continues. If you know, you know. So, unbeknown to me, I've stripped this out, fucking getting ready to grind the bits off, spin the wheel around and all that, and I've had a double check, and what I've not realised is that this spacer is not quite big enough, because the back of the caliper, see that slight witness mark, is just kissing the fucking spokes, because nothing's made to fit anything. So I think if we could have got away with using the standard disc that was bigger, maybe get another fucking plate, it would have pushed it further away from the hub, which would have given us that little bit of clearance on the spokes. But as it stands, we've took the spring out that holds these apart because it were cocking things over. Sorry, it's not filming in focus. And we've given ourselves a brand new fucking inner spacer and took some off the outer spacer to suit. So we've also polished these surfaces, give these surfaces just a little fucking tickle up to give us a bit more clearance, because it was a bit tight. It was a bit tight in there, and we don't want that. You know, we need it to float a little bit. If I look at the one over here, if we look at this one, which is what threw me off, and I took its lead and fitted it on the wrong side, that's exactly as it came, bar a bit of spacer adjustment, and that's got loads of play in it, like it proper floats, which is bob on, just what the doctor ordered. So, and the disc bracket and caliper setup are meant for that kind of wheel, which is a cast wheel, so you've not got a problem with the clearance on the spoke, so nothing fits, nothing. But we're there now. I'm going to grind these bits off and give the forks a good clean up, ready to move that lower bracket. A little fucking bracket work, and here we go, we've got a fucking ouchie. We'll have this bracket off and try and save it, if not make a new one, and we'll have these off and clean the forks up, ready to weld the bracket on there. And then it'll probably be fucking lunchtime, so I can go back and check on our Lizzie. But afterwards, this afternoon, we can make that headlamp bracket, and that will be the last job on the list, bar taking the tank off, giving it all a good weld up, and Bob your answer. Righto, and there you go, as if by magic, the new bracket's on for the tie rod. Oh, misses the rim. Yeah, she get a rim. Misses your rim. Lets you get the bolt in and out, no dramas. Misses the disc, everyone's a winner. That's all fucking happy days, that is. Now, I've cleaned off the old ones and fucking we're good to go. So, everything fits. I've not put the caliper on because it does end up a little bit tight. Them shoes, or pads, sorry. Shoes. The pads need to bed in to the angle of the dangle. But we have got a bit of floaty on there, which is just like they come. So that's all good. Now we can crack on and engineer a plate that goes on here with a tube to take the headlamp, because the one that come with it is not only the bolt holes too close together, they're going to hit where the fucking, look, they're bang on for where the rods go through the springs, so that's not going to work, and it all fouls up. You could space it off a bit or something, but that's going to last about 10 minutes. So I'm going to utilise the holes that are already there, and I'm going to make a nice beefy bracket with some posh little turn standoffs so that it don't foul the springs there, I reckon.
Don't forget, folks, our Footstock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Footstock, you know it makes sense.
Righto, now you're live. I've got fuel in. I'm just digressing from Gordon, fucking, I'm sorry mate. I'm just digressing from Gordy's a minute, trying to set the fucking tripod up so that I can get you in a position to see how this old girl fires up after its winter's break. Let me move you back a bit and tilt you up a bit. I'll get that shutter up, get the trickle charger disconnected, and have a look. Doing shit. Thinking about it. Right, we have done a sketch that won't mean anything to you, but it does to me. We're going to use a bit of this with 2 holes in, a bit of a shape, going up to a bit of tube that we're going to spin up. We're going to manufacture in lathe, and then a couple of standoffs with flat bits on to match the yoke. But before we can do that, we've had this job coming. This is for the landlord here, like. So this takes preference, I'm afraid. It shouldn't take long. This is a pulley off. He's got an old Citroen, or it might be a Renault, but an old French camper van from the 60s. And he's converting it to alternator from Dynamo because he's had no shit Sherlock charging problems. What I need to do is take 1.8, he's put 7, but we decided on 8 when he was in, off this face. And we need to put a little step in it to miss a circlip that holds a bearing in. It must be 5.5, 2mm deep, this little step in there. And then we need to chamfer the edges inside and out. So I'm going to swap my jaws over to my external jaws in the old Harrison and see how it clocks up. It does want to be, because of that step, it needs to be pretty true, and I'm guessing it's not going to fucking be. I really don't want to have to put it in the 4-jaw in order to get it true, but we'll see. Well, I'm hoping you can see in there. I think you can, so what I'm going to do, it did chuck up nice, chucked up lovely, so I'm just going to touch on like that. There we go, 0 my digital readout, we're at 1.7mm, don't we? So let's take this with great trepidation because we're not grabbing on as much as we'd like. A bit of a squealer, I don't really want to snug up too much more than that, right? Well, there's off, and there's one. I think that's cast, you know. I'm not sure. There's 1.5. 1.8 we want, don't we, dickhead, not 1.7. And finally 1.8. This is out to there. Now the tricky bit is going to be, first of all, getting something like a chamfer on that lead-in. Yeah, which is a bit difficult, isn't it? Try again. Yeah, it's tight, but we got it. And then getting the back. I'm going to have to run the lathe backwards to do that step. So we're going to go there. We're going to touch on. We're going to want a very slight bit off, which I can't see. Oh, here we go. So we're going to touch off there, 1.7. We're going to go 2mm. We're coming up to 1. 1.5. 2mm, the man said. Which is just about, yeah. Right, let's have a measure. Well, you can see, we can see better than me. This wants to be less than 5.5. And I'll make it 5.1. So we're less than 5.5. Let's have another. Oh, it's a bit smaller than that even. It's 4.5. Fucking bang on. There you go. So I will do my very best to put a chamfer on that, just so it looks nice. There, and the same there. Let's have a look. There we go. A quick 2-minute job, which will go down very well. Horrible shit out. I gave me a lathe blow down before, thinking I might have been cast light, so ready for that. That was easy, wasn't it? Right, next up, well, turn it the right way around. We've swapped the jaws back. And I'm going to make him a spacer for the same job. Because the brackets don't... I don't know, I've not seen the job, but the brackets don't quite fucking mesh up. So, and it's a 9mm spacer. 25mm in diameter, which this stock is. I'm just going to clean it up. Give it a quick clean up. Roughly 25, he said, but this is 25. So I'll give that a quick clean, like so. With a 10mm hole in it. So let's do that. As always, we're in with the pilot. Like so. Nice material this is, but we still peck away at it because we don't want to snap that end off, as happens like. As happens. Sorted. And now we're in with 10mm. Get lined up on my quilt. For a depth of 10mm, plus 3 for the parting off tool, plus a bit for the taper on the drill. So I'm going to go about 16mm. Thereabouts. Well, there's 10 to start with, so there's not much in it, is there? There's 12, 14, 16. I'll just wind back out and check. No, not quite aligned. The edge of the drill is not quite aligned with the face of the job, so we would have come up a bit shallow there. We'll give ourselves enough clearance, but let's do what we intended. Right, so we'll come in with the chamfer tool, man, just to make it nice and professional. I don't know how we're going to hold the other side when we get it down to 9mm thick to chamfer, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, won't we? So, a little drop of lube. Massive gollop was on there. Just a touch. Yeah, sorted. And now we'll part it off at 9mm, he said, so that is just touch off at that. It was heavy on the touch off, Ralfy. I'll reface that. Alright, very light touch this time. And we'll send it to face that. Because we're trying to be Mr. Super accurate because he's fucking pedantic. And it wants to be 9, which is 12 with a tool. Because the tool's 3. So there's 12. Block off the saddle, give it a drop of lube and let it work its magic. So before it gets as far as parting off, we'll back it out. You see it's actually crept a little bit. Check this out after, but we'll break that edge like so. So we don't have to worry so much about holding it when we come to the clean up. And that needs a new tip in, as you can see. It's a bit gnarly, man, but there you go. It shouldn't be too far off. Right, I got lucky there with the old and the wobble. He's chewed up pretty fucking good. Let's have that off. Hold on the saddle. Lock that off. Rub that fucking nasty bear off, look. And now we'll have a measure. Let's have a measure. If I could find me fucking things. Right, that measures to me 9.5. 9.49, so we're 1.5 off. So we're coming with a fine finishing tool. We're 1.5 off, so we'll just touch on. There's a little step there, look, we'll just sweep across that. Like so, and we'll go 0.3. Just taking off that chamfer that we put on, and now 0.5, which is coming up now. Come on, there, and we'll just send it. So that is going to be bob on 9. I'm not sure how they're going to break that edge. Might use a little file, I think. This little file. Being very mindful of the vice jaws, because we don't want to hurt them or me. And now we'll slow it down, get this out of the way, and come in with a chamfer tool and just give it a touch like the other side. So maybe a little bit more around it. Here we go, sorted. So while we're at the lathe, we might as well make the bit of tube that we need for our Gordy's headlamp bracket, haven't we? Oh, that wasn't happy, was it? There we go. Speed it up real quick. So we'll face this off like so, only nicer. As it happens, that 10mm hole is just what the doctor ordered, so we're good for that. What I need to do is turn this outside diameter down. We'll just touch off there. That's 25mm and we want 20. So we'll do it in 2 bits. We'll go 22.5, which is there. Like fucking so, and we need it to be 30 long. So we want 33 with the parting tool. So we'll go 34, thereabouts. Just coming up now, 24, 27, 29, 30, 34. Come on, you bastard. There, that's 34. That is tight, right, but let me fucking check it's not crept, because sanity check, it has crept. Or I didn't have enough stick out. So, there it is. Pull that out a bit, try not to burn myself too badly. Right, he's proper out around now, but we'll be beat. This is not a finished cut. So there's your 22.5. Give it a chunk, like so. Touch on the end again. Zero my readout and come 20mm, which is, come on, bit more. There, and send it. Bit of lube. That's what separates us from the animals, eh boys? Check out the links in the description below, and we send that all the way to the end. Right, take fucking 3. I dropped a bollock, leaving a bit of an hole in the end, because we want 8mm clearance, not 10. So I've faced it off again, took it down to size. Bob you on to. What I'll do now is put a little chamfer on it before I drill it out to 8.5 Ralfy. So I'll touch off like that. Come on. There. 0 Medioro. And go 0.5mm. Which is there. That way we'll have a chamfer the same on both. It doesn't really matter like, but we'll have a chamfer the same on both ends. Now we can come in with a bit of lube. Then the centre drill. Like fucking so. Peck away. Just like before. And then follow it up with the 8mm clearance. This does want to be 33, 35, 36 I reckon. Give ourselves a bit to play with. So you can join me again for the quick chamfer, man. Like fucking so. That's still fucking wetter than an oxford pocket, that is. Sopping, it's still sopping. So just a touch, job done. The new parting tool then, parting bit in my parting tool. Hold on, change my feed round, which I should have done before, but there you go. So just touch off there, which is going to be there. Yeah, maybe a bit more. Soft touch. And we're going to go 33.25. which is just about hook off there. And lock my saddle off camera. That 0.25 will give us 10th to clean up on the end. Again, this is not a precision part. This is going to be welded to a bit of plate and serve as a heavy duty headlamp bracket. So it's going to be welded. It's a welded part. But we like to keep it nice and accurate if we can. So we'll get rid of that. Touch on. Well, it's quite an heavy touch on. So we'll go 0.2. Okay, be well within. I would measure if I wasn't sure, but we'll be fine. Just for a clean up. Just like that. Yeah. Then we'll do the chamfer. Remember, it involved touching on and going 1/2 mil, which is 4.5, 4.955 there. And then we'll counter bore. Which of course is not a fucking counter bore, is it? It's a fucking chamfer. So let's just touch. How's that look? Yeah, happy days. So that gives us that top piece there. That's your 30mm tube with 8.5mm hole, 30mm long. Sorry, 20mm diameter. And that's going to sit on there like that with 2 holes and a bit of shape to it, and it might even have a bend in it. Yeah, I'm not sure how well the marking out's going to show, but here's that headlamp bracket. Look, we're going to slice this off here, and then we're going to come in 10 and up 10 to get the mounting holes. We're going to have a little straight portion there to weld this to give us a little bit of clearance here, and then we're going to ramp off to there, and then we're going to use our file guide finally to there. If we're going to put a crease in it, we'll do it midway, I think. We'll see. So anyway, first things first, I'll get that cut off and get them holes drilled and get the ends rounded up. Right. We'll pilot. Well, say centre, pilot, I mean centre. So a quick centre, holding on to it with my bare hand, which is always good. Like so. Chips out of the way. Again. Happy days. There we go. There's that. Now over to the mighty Medins to drill that out. Excuse me. It's a 10mm. Now even I'm not fucking daft enough to hold that with my bare hands now. So we just clamp it in the wise, like so. Just gently take that out. Then we'll flip it over. We'll have it out. We'll move it along. And there's just enough room to get it under the drill bit. Nip it up. Drop a lube. I love this fucking brown sauce. This is Miller's, not sponsored. Proper sulfated old school fucking cooking oil like. We've not followed the herd. Because it stains shit. It's messy, isn't it? Nothing wrong with it like, don't get me wrong, but it just stains stuff. I've had it rust like, I've had parts of rust with it. I like the protection of oil. It gets quite moist in here around the membranes. Oh, we'll leave that in actually. Just we're going to put a chamfer tool in and just break the edges of their holes. Off camera. Right, with them drilled, we've had a change of style very slightly with which bit we're going to chop off to get rid of this bulk. But I just wanted to show you this file guide that we've used to get the radius on really. So that's 20mm diameter with an M10 thread. If you need it to go with an M8 hole, you just put nut and bolt through it and follow it with your sander or your file. It's designed for, but I use them with files. Sorry, fucking hell. Get a grip, Ralfy. I use them with sanders. And then it leaves you with a nice radius, if you can unscrew it on camera one-handed with your gammy finger, like fucking so. And as if by magic, with a little bit of choppy and shapey, we're ready to TIG weld that on there. And then we'll look at standoffs, and then we'll maybe look at putting a kink in it. Yeah. And again, by the power of television, there's one tiggy winkled on Boss. Now we need to look at the standoffs. So 20mm diameter and however thick they need to be to give us clearance for these fucking springs. Look, see, look, they poke over by that much. I'll have a measure. I reckon about 10mm, maybe 12mm, which we could call 1/2 inch, but I made them out of stainless. Right, and the very last job was to make those standoffs. Now, I did consider machining flats on here because they're bigger than the yoke is thick, but I've just put a nice little chamfer on there and ticked them on. It's fucking red hot, so I'll not be handling it. But once that's cooled down, we'll get the headlights on. Bastard. Not be handling it, look, when he's throwing it around. We'll get the headlamp on and the job's a fish. So there you go, that's another job squared away. I won't bother filming, stripping it down, widening it up and all that silly shenanigans. You don't need to see that. It just leaves me as always to say thanks for watching, and massive thanks for all the support and well wishes for Lizzie, bless her. She's recovering well from her surgery. Everything's moving in the right direction. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, consider joining and subscribing. Check out all the bump in the description below for lots of good stuff. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks again. Big love, everybody, and I'll see you soon.